Hi, I'm DeDe, and over the next 30 minutes, we'll be doing seated exercises for all the major muscle groups. We'll feature some limbering, a few balance and stability challenges, as well as some flexibility work toward the end. We'll do all this while maintaining steady breathing and concentration to keep our mind-body connection strong. Here's what you'll need to do this: a sturdy armless chair with plenty of room around it, some athletic shoes, some water to take some sips of when you need it. You'll need to give yourself permission to only do what feels comfortable and skip something if it doesn't feel comfortable. So let's come and have a seat now. Tall and straight with our body, even and straight with our legs. Let's just take a moment, close the eyes. Take some deep breaths with long exhales. So we're already starting to cultivate our deeper, steady breathing. And the reason why we're pausing here at the beginning is just to take a quick inventory of how our body feels right now. For example, how does your neck feel? How does your shoulders and your back feel? Your hips, your knees? How do your feet feel? And how does your breathing feel as it moves through you? So we're doing this now, and we're going to do it periodically throughout this session. We'll be checking in. All right, if your eyes are closed, let them open now. Bend your elbows, and let's wiggle the fingers, the thumbs. So remember, just because we're seated doesn't mean that we can't train balance, stability, strength, endurance. We can do all of that, as well as core strength. All right, make a light fist now and circle around through your wrists. Maintain your breathing. No matter where we are, what we're doing, try not to hold your breath. Now we'll flex and extend the wrists. Easy does it. We still have that light fist. Now we separate the arms a little bit further. Hands like starfish. Gentle circles. Try to keep your elbows in one spot and move from your wrists. Can you do it with your shoulders relaxed? See if you can. And then flexing and extending. Like you're going to touch the top of your forearm and the bottom of your forearm with your fingers. Probably won't do it, but imagine that you're going to. How far would you have to stretch? And then we'll finish this wrist limbering with pressing from side to side. So every time you think about your posture, I want you to think about ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, and think about lifting the crown of your head up. All right, take the arms down now. On your next inhale, draw the arms back, and then exhale, let them relax. Again. Now shoulder roll, right and left. You still have your palms facing forward. That feels good. If you've been sitting like I have today, so far today, this should feel pretty good. Now keep it going, but with your elbow bent, thumb up. Circle around, circle around. So now if you'd like to turn your head and let your eyes go with your arm. That's the first of our balance challenges in this session. Turning the head while the body's in motion challenges our balance more than keeping the head still. 4 more. 3. Now come back to the center. Arm circle now, like you're drawing a circle on the side wall and you're drawing another circle on the other side wall. Now I'm showing elbow straight. If it feels better for your shoulder to have your elbow bent, then that's what you'll do. Feel what's happening in your shoulder, as well as your chest and your upper back. 4 more. Make it smaller if you need to. All right, now back to the arms, sweeping back. Inhale. Now this time they go forward. Exhale. Again. Draw your heart forward and up. And again. Inhale. 4 more. Hello, Prissy. Last 2. Ooh, I'm starting to feel warmer. How about you? All right, now we twist. Take the arms out, just under shoulder height. Inhale, exhale, twist and look back. Again. Four more. Try to keep your legs still because we're using them for leverage to help us turn. So they have to stay stable and stationary. 1 more. Now we'll move out to a wide stance. So we take the heels, toes out about 45 degrees. Now we inhale. Exhale over. Now switch. So we have that same option that we did with the arm circles. Elbow bent or elbow straight. Choose a sensible option for you. The one that feels good, feels comfortable. Now we're going to hip hinge forward, so we start in the middle. We inhale here, shoulders down. Exhale, hip hinge forward. And again. Make sure your feet are out a little bit. It's good to have your ankles right under your knees. Now this time, inhale, hinge forward, and hold here. Stay here. So keep lengthening your torso like you're trying to reach the crown of your head toward me. And then inhale from where you are. Hand on your left leg. Exhale, reach down, right hand. And then we'll switch. Reach down. So as you reach, notice that your chest turns a little bit to one side and then to the other side. So we want to keep the back straight, and turn the spine along its axis. Can you keep your shoulders down while you do this? Try to. Like you're picking something up. 1 more. Now hands go behind. Heel, toe, heel, and in, and then heel, toe out. Heel, toe out. Toe, heel, toe, heel, pause and out. Heel, toe, and pause. So get as much inward and external rotation as you can, starting with your feet and your ankles. Feet are parallel, and then go again. Now hold the chair. We step in and out. Step in right and out, and step in left and out. So tiptoes, and then the foot is flat. So you probably already know, but just in case, every time we pick up our foot, that's challenging our stability in our core and our hips, as well as our balance. Can you feel that happening? Let's check in, see if we can feel that happening. Make sure you're not leaning back. Don't get any further away from me with your rib cage. Now let's do 1, 2, 3 and hold. 1, 2, 3 and hold. 1, 2, 3. Now switch. Hold and switch. Now, do you need to keep holding on to the chair? Because if you don't, you can put your hands on your legs, or at least one hand. Try it. Switch. So limbering up through our inner thigh and groin, contracting our hip flexor muscles at the hip crease in the front, and as I said a moment ago, training our balance and our core stability. Hip stability too. Now keep your feet wide, hands turn in. Inhale, exhale, turn. Again. Now we're not moving too far to the right and left. We are turning to the right and left. But we're not sweeping our torso across. We're staying fairly centered. One more. Now we bring the arms out. Inhale, tall and straight. Exhale, over. Stay here. Now you can have your hand or your forearm on your thigh. But check this out. If you collapse forward in order to get your forearm on your thigh, then don't do the forearm, do the hand, because we want to keep this long. All right, inhale to the center, and then exhale over. Hand or forearm. Your top arm can stay bent for now. Of course, the shoulders are relaxed. Now let's inhale up and exhale over. Stay here. Straighter top arm. Maybe that's right for you. Maybe it's not. See how it feels. Take your top shoulder back a little bit further if you're able. Now we inhale center. Exhale over. Now check in with your torso. What do you feel in your waist? How about your low back? Inhale, exhale over. Inhale up, last time. Exhale over. Now inhale up. Hold on to the chair, turn sideways. We're holding on to the chair with both hands. Now we start with our knee underneath our hip, and this knee is over the ankle. Now we're going to step forward and back. Forward, back. Forward, back. If you need to go slower than this, you feel free to do that. Make sure you're toward the front edge of the chair so the chair doesn't get in the way of your moving leg. Now step back, hold here, rock your pelvis forward and back. Tuck under and forward to stretch the hip flexor. Do it again. All right, let's turn the other way. Hold on to the chair, start here with knee under hip. This one is 90 degrees as well. Now we step forward and back, forward and back. So find a nice balance between sitting too close to the front edge of the chair and too far back. Make it really comfortable and stable for yourself. This time we step back, stay back, rock the pelvis forward, slow, and back. And again. 2 more. And then we come back to the center and we change sides once again, turning this way. So I always want you to go slow, make sure you have everything in the right place before you go too quickly. And then we'll straighten our back leg a little bit more. Feel that stretch in the hip flexors, into your quadriceps maybe. Now we open the arm up and then we exhale and we reach back toward the back of the chair again. Now we're flowing with our breathing. Inhale, exhale. Keep straightening your back leg. Now we hold this time. I'm resting my arm on the back of the chair. You might want your hand on the seat of the chair instead. You see what feels right for you. Now your top elbow can be bent or straight. How's the back leg? Are you still straightening it? Do your best with that. All right, and then we come up and we change sides. We start in our lunge and then we straighten the back leg back. Just really settle your hips into the stretch. Try to be upright with your torso. Now reach toward me, inhale, exhale, reach over, and again. This time, reach and hold. So now do a quick inventory. How does your body feel? Where do you feel this? What feels tight? What feels not as tight? Where do you feel the stretch? All right, and then we come up. Coming back to center now. Sitting away from the back of the chair, reset yourself back where we started. Now the right heel goes forward and back, and the left heel. Holding on, not holding on, or adding some arms here. Bend, straighten. Now instead of just straightening, let's press our straight arms to the back. So bend, straight arms to the back. Now keep going with this, or you can go out to the diagonal. Start with your right heel and your left heel. Now once we get out of what's called the sagittal plane, which means we're moving to the front of the body or to the back of the body, that starts to challenge our balance a little bit more as well. And that's what we're doing here by going diagonal. Let's take the arms diagonal as well. Straight and in, and straight and in. Try not to lean back now. Pull your back ribs into your body. Now can we go quick, quick, slow? Quick, quick, slow. Quick, quick, slow. Playing with the tempos also helps to challenge our brain a little bit. One more. Now we bring the feet out, out, pause. In, now lead with your left this time. Out, out. In. Can we go back to that straighter leg diagonal? Out, out. in, in. Notice how we're holding the chair. Left leg out, out, in, in. Maybe we're not holding the chair. Out, out, we're still sitting up. In, left leg lead. Right leg. Left leg. Can we add some arms? Let's try it. How about bigger? Right lead. And left. Tighten up like you're wearing a corset here. That's your core stability. Use it. You have your own built-in corset. Let's go a little faster. Out, out, in, pause. Now we'll do the left leg. Out, out, in, pause. Now the right leg. Now one time, tiptoes. Left lead. Out, out, in, tiptoes, resist. Right side. Tiptoes, resist. Left. Right. Now 2 tiptoes. And 2 tiptoes. Two more. One more. Now just the resistive tiptoes. Pushing down with your arms, right? Keeping your shoulders away from your ears. Trying to keep your torso relatively still. Still breathing. Core stability, core endurance, postural training. 3, 2, 1. Stop. All right, make sure that your ankles are directly underneath your knees. Rest your forearms here with a straight back. It's really important not to hold your breath, especially when you're doing things like isometric contractions, which is what we just finished doing. A little bit of pushing against ourselves. That keeps our blood pressure from spiking up temporarily during moves like that. All right, now you're going to push yourself up with your hands. We're going to come to a standing position. If you don't want to stand up, you can stay seated. I'll give you some options there. But otherwise, standing up slowly, carefully, and going immediately to the side of the chair so you can stabilize yourself and steady yourself here. All right, we're taking our outside leg back. Touch the toes down, lift your chest, and then if it's comfortable for you to do so, bend your knee, and if you can, comfortably hold your ankle. So there's 3 options. Foot back, maybe foot back with knee bent, maybe foot back, knee bent, and holding ankle. Hi, Prissy, are you going to sit in my chair now that I stood up? Of course you are. Oh, are you stretching? You're doing your stretches too? Try to keep your knees side by side here. Okay, let's release that. Walk to the other side. This is one of the reasons why we need a lot of room around our chair when we're doing this. Stabilize yourself with your hand on your chair. Outside leg back. Maybe you bend your knee. Maybe you hold your ankle. Now I just want to show you from the side, we're not arching the back. We're tucking the pelvis forward, whether you're holding your ankle or not. And the knees are side by side, so don't let that happen to you. Pull everything into a straight line. Feel free to keep your toe on the floor. All right, let's release that. Now we're going to the back of the chair. Easy does it. Put your hands on the back of the chair and then walk backward until your body, I'm going to show you from the side, until your body bends into this shape. Now we're bending the knees more, and then as you can start to think about straightening your knees a bit. But I don't want you to straighten your knees if it causes your back to round. Feel free to turn your palms in here so your thumbs are up. Now we want to focus on pushing the tailbone back away from the chair. Stay right there. Make sure that your shoulders are not riding up towards your ears. All right, and then we're holding onto the chair. Hinge up. Step your left foot forward, close to the chair. Shoulders down. Keep your right heel down behind you. Now, to deepen the calf stretch in your right calf, you can bend your left knee a little more. No obligation to bend it. Keep your back heel down. That should be enough stretch. But if you need a little more, you can bend your left knee. I just want to show you from the side. So we're here, holding on to the back of the chair, pressing the heel down and bending the front knee. But the front knee is not going too far beyond the ankle. All right, let's step both feet back. And then your right foot steps close to the chair. Press the heel down, shoulders relax, and then maybe you bend your right knee a bit. So make sure that you're not here. Shoulders back and down, chest up. All right, and then we'll stand up and we'll walk back around to the chair so we can have a seat. Make sure you're away from the back of the chair so you're not right up against it. Ankles together, knees together, ear, shoulder, hip, all in one line. Keep your knees in the center. Let's twist. Look over your shoulder and hold. So your left hand comes across and your right hand is behind you. Maybe your right hand is even around the back of the chair. See how that feels. And then unwind from your twist, take your time, roll your shoulders, inhale, exhale around to the other side. Now we're holding this twist. Try to make both of your hips the same weight and think about lifting the crown of your head up a little higher toward the ceiling. Check in with your body. See what you're feeling and where you're feeling it. All right, and then we release that. Let's slide close to the front edge of the chair. Slide your hands up the back of the chair. You're holding from the outside. Make sure your feet are out in front of you. Your ankles are under your knees. Now watch. Pull your shoulder blades back. Pull your chin in. And then lean forward from there. So just to be sure, we're making our upper back narrow in order to stretch and open our chest. And then release that. Now we straighten one leg forward and we tip forward. Unlock your knee a little bit if that allows you to bend forward a little further. Feel the stretch down the back of your leg and your hamstrings, maybe your calves a little bit. And then we're up. Continuous fluid breathing. Straighten your other leg. Inhale, exhale, forward. up. Scoot back in your chair a little bit. Ankles under knees. Come up on your tiptoes, and if you can, with your hands on the back of your thigh, lift your foot off the ground and then circle around through your ankle. If you don't want to lift your leg up for any reason, you can circle with your toes staying on the floor. Make sure you circle in both directions. All right, and then we'll switch. Still sitting up tall, no matter which option you're utilizing. All right, and then release that. Roll your shoulders back. So how did you do? Were you able to make that mind-body connection throughout the session? That's one of the reasons why I kept bringing you back to that check-in, so you could really be in the present moment and feel what's happening. You could notice with your mind what's happening in your body and connect them, because that connection is valuable, especially as we age. So, as usual, thanks for joining me, and until next time, be well.